Welcome to 80s Movies Recapped. Today we will be recapping The Breakfast Club, a 1985 teen classic. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let's go. 5 students meet for detention on a Saturday at their high school outside Chicago. They are Brian, a brain; Andrew, an athlete; Allison, a basket case; Claire, a princess; and Bender, a criminal. Vice Principal Richard Vernon arrives to supervise their detention. Claire does not want to sit with the others and tells him she does not belong in here. Vernon assigns them an essay on Who You Think You Are. He argues with Bender. The two clearly have history together. Bender makes a smart remark and Vernon gives him more detention next Saturday. As soon as Vernon leaves, Bender begins to taunt Claire with inappropriate jokes and gets on everyone's nerves. He is not a likable character. While Vernon supervises from his office across the corridor, Bender removes a screw that keeps the library door open, which leads to another confrontation between the two, and more detention for Bender. Later, boredom sets in and the mood lightens, as the group finds ways to pass the time individually, eventually falling asleep before Vernon finds them, yelling at them to wake up. The group breaks for lunch, and they begin to get to know each other. Bender reveals that he is abused at home, showing Andrew the scar from where his dad burned him with a cigar. The group sneaks out of the library and roams the halls, where Bender retrieves marijuana from his locker. On their way back to the library, they almost bump into Vice Principal Vernon. They try to take a shortcut through the activities hall but find that it is closed. While looking at the disappointed look on Claire's face, Bender decides to take the fall for the rest of the group. He runs through the corridors, making lots of noise which echoes through the school, thus distracting Vernon while the rest make their way back to the library. Vernon finally finds Bender in the school gymnasium. He threatens Bender with violence and tries to goad him into taking the first punch, before locking him in a closet. This rattles Bender, who looks genuinely scared. Later, he makes his way up into the ceiling space, eventually falling through and back in the library. Vernon goes down to the basement where he meets the janitor. They talk about what they thought they would be when they were younger, and how their lives have turned out. Meanwhile, the group spends some quality time together. Allison says that her parents ignore her. Andrew reveals that he is in detention for bullying a kid by taping his butt cheeks together. He did this to impress his father, but he now deeply regrets his actions. Brian shares that he is failing shop class. Later, Brian asks the group if they will all still be friends at school on Monday. Claire asks if he wants the truth, and he says yes. She tells him that she and Andrew cannot talk to them because of what their friends will think. This makes Bender angry. Brian tells them that he and Allison would not, and will not, do that to them. He reveals that he is in detention because he brought a gun into school, and he was thinking of shooting himself with it due to the pressure his parents put on him to do well at school. The group is stunned. Finally, Allison asks if it was a handgun, and Brian tells her it was a flare gun and it went off in his locker. Everyone tries but fails to conceal their laughter. Allison reveals that she did nothing to get Saturday detention. She is here because she had nothing better to do. Again, the mood lightens and everyone falls around the floor laughing. Now that they have all said what they needed to say, they get back to enjoying themselves and, for some reason, dance around the library, choreographing dance routines as they go. Bender makes his way back to the closet while Claire flatters Brian by telling him that he is the smartest, before asking him to write the essay for all of them. Claire gives Allison a makeover in true 80s movie style. The boys are impressed with her new look. Claire joins Bender in the closet while Brian works on the essay. They all leave the school. Bender tells the janitor that he will see him next Saturday. Andrew kisses Allison, now that he knows she is capable of looking pretty. Bender kisses Claire and she gives him her diamond earring. She won't see that again. We see Vice Principal Vernon reading Brian's essay. Something about how they realized that they are more alike than they thought. Bender takes a shortcut through the football field and throws his fist in the air in pure joy at the fact that he got a free diamond earring.